Hi, greetings to all the Ruby friends that are following us in this live streaming from many different countries, from US, from Canada, from United Kingdom, from Australia, many places. Thanks for being there. We kick off this webinar when it's 5 o'clock here in Ruby, Barcelona. This is the first of many open webinars that we plan to do. So we hope you like it and to join all them. I'm Raúl Exposito, product trainer at Ruby Group, and I'm the visible face in this event, but I have the rest of the training team in the backstage helping me to make this work in a perfect and smooth way, but also receiving all the questions you may have, because at the end of this webinar, we will have some time to answer all them. As you know, today we are going to talk about diamond drill bits, what types you can find, also about how to drill a hard material as porcelain, and how to use them and to get the maximum performance. But before start talking about the tools for drilling, let's start talking about the materials that we are going to drill. So I have here on the table already, as you can see, I have a wall tile. Okay, I have also a stoneware tile, and we have a porcelain tile. Okay, so these three types of tile have in common that all them are ceramic materials. So why we can drill porcelain with a traditional drill bit of tungsten carbide, or vidia as we used to name it? So the reason is that despite all are cooked clay, they have different compositions and proportions of clays, silicates, feldspars, quartz, etc. And the cooking and cooling processes are also different. As a result, we get ceramic materials with different porosity, which means more or less water absorption and more or less hardness. The tile that has more porosity, obviously, is the wall tile, the regular tile. So we are going to do a quick test. I think it's a picture talks more than 1,000 words. So when I talk about porosity, it means this. If Fernando, if you can put also the other camera, I think they will see it much better. So if we just drop a little bit of water in a wall tile, as you can see, it has an absorption that is more than 10%. So it means that it's not so hard, okay? The porosity means it's softer. But we have other materials. You can see the water is getting dry very quick. Okay, it's being absorbed very quickly. So we take a stoneware. It has a porosity and absorption range that goes from 0.5% up to 10%. Okay, as you can see, it's also absorbing very well the water, not as much as the wall tile, but pretty quickly also. Okay, and finally, we have the porcelain tile, which has a porosity and absorption level that is below 0.5%. So if you drop some water on it, you will see that the water stands on the tile all the time. I'm not sure if you can see it well on the camera, but we have the water here. So you can be moving it, but the water is not absorbed by the tile. Okay, that's why this is harder than a wall tile or a stoneware. Okay, less porosity means a more compact material, so a harder material, and it's a material that has more difficult to be cut and also to be drilled. Okay, so actually 80% of ceramic that is installed in the world is ceramic, so it's porcelain. Why? Because you can use it for anything, for flooring, for wall tiling, furniture covering, for worktop. And the reason is the incredible features that porcelain has. You can cook on it. The temperature change don't affect it. The sunlight neither, always will have the same color. It's very easy to clean because there's no porosity, so the materials will not go inside. Uh, that's these reasons makes this a very attractive product, and that's the reason why it's the most of ceramic that we are installing, it's porcelain, okay? So if we try to drill a wall tile with a traditional drill bit of tungsten carbide or vidia, we have no issue, as you can see, okay? So let's try with a regular drill bit, okay? So now we are going to try to drill this wall tile, okay? So as you can see, we can drill it more or less quickly, okay? But we can do it, we can do the job. But if we try to do the same with a porcelain tile, look what happens. Thank you, Ivan. So as you can see, Ivan put me here a glass of water. Okay, I'm sure you have seen this many times, or probably you have it done also, to be refreshing or cooling the drill bit. Okay, because it's getting so hot. Why? Because it's not designed to drill porcelain tiles. So I can show you what I did, and it's almost nothing. Okay, so you're just scratching. You are not drilling properly. Okay. So this is not the proper way. Materials have evolved, and with them, the adhesives have evolved also, and the tools. So if we are professionals and we want to upgrade our job, we must use the right tools, the tools that we have available actually, okay? So what are diamond drill bits? Diamond drill bits, we have here some kits that we will show you later. They are a super abrasive. They drill by friction, and this generates an increase of temperature, giving place to two types of drill bits depending on the refrigeration type. The drill bits for dry drilling and the drill bits for wet drilling. All them, this is an example of dry drill bit and wet drill bit. All them have a cup-shaped body, usually made of steel, which is commonly called a crown. The body of the drill bit has the cutting material on its edge, which has synthetic diamonds disposed in form of a continuous crown or in segments. Okay. This cutting material, which we call a diamond rim, can be fixed to the body of the drill bit in different ways, as we will see now. Okay, so we have mainly two types of fixation of the diamond grids to the body of the drill bit. We have the electroplated, where a chemical process makes one single layer of diamond. Okay, this is a very resistant. It's only one layer, but it's very resistant and generates less vibrations during the drilling. The look is so similar. We always use the example on the training team of the edge of a cocktail cup. So I'm sure that sometimes you have a cocktail somewhere, and you know on the edge of the glass you have some sugar. Okay, so we have the same here, but instead of sugar we have diamonds on the edge. Okay, this is a drill bit type for wet drilling, as I said, and here we have the vacuum braced type. Okay, these tools, like the electroplated ones, generates a single layer of diamond, but in this case the diamond grids are fixed by cooking in vacuum furnaces at very high temperature, providing a very hard and resistant diamond rim, which is exactly what we need to do dry drilling. So if you look closer to the drill bit, you will see that the diamond grids here, it looks that they are melt, okay, with the steel of the body of the drill bit. And here in the electroplated, you can see, as I said, no, like the cocktail, like the sugar, you can see much perfectly all the diamond grids. Okay. So now let's review more in detail, and let's try these two types of drill bits, the electroplated and the vacuum braced. So we are going to start with the easy grace range, okay? These are the drill bits that I have here. So I have one open kit just to show you what is inside. I have prepared previously a little bit this, so we don't take too much time on preparation. So what you can see is a kit with some drill bits, okay? So we have here the, this is the 20 millimeters, okay? We have 30, we have many more, okay? So 60 up to 75 millimeters. And as I said, we have to use this with water. So this perfect kit, it comes with a water tank, as you can see, okay? We have the hose connected to a centering guide. The centering guide is using a suction cap, okay, that is activated with this handle. And it can be used with any kind of surface, not only flat, but also rough and structural materials, okay? So this is a centering guide. We can put the drill bit here, okay? And we will be drilling without any slipping, any movement. And if we are using a smaller drill bit, we can use the holes, okay, as a centering guide. So this is very convenient. And these drill bits can be used not only for tile, for stoneware, for porcelain, but also for natural stone, for granite, marble, and even glass, okay? So also has on the side, as you can see, they have an opening side, and it's helping to evacuate the material during the drilling, and also it's helping to the cooling. We have to use these drill bits at low speed, okay, with a driller. The speed goes between 400 to 1000 RPMs, depending on the diameter of the drill bits, okay? The bigger are going slower and the smaller are going faster. So also will depend on the material that we are going to drill, okay? We have to adjust the speed depending on the hardness of the material. The diameters that we can find goes from 6 millimeters only up to 120 millimeters. And as I say, they don't generate so much vibration, so they are ideal for drilling delicate materials, okay? So now let's try them. Let's take one of these electroplated drill bits. We are going to put it on the drill. And what we will do is to fix the tile to our working table, to our slab table. So we'll avoid movements. Okay. And now, yeah, thank you, Ivan. We're not going to use these anymore. So now we are going to fix the centering guide. And we just have to pump a little bit the water tank. Okay. You will see the water that goes okay. So pump a little bit more, and you will see the water going out from here to the front. So it's going to crash against the drill bit, and then we are going to be cooling all the area where we are drilling. Okay. So we have to fix here the button it has, and now we are ready to drill. So remember that we have to wear also at least glasses and gloves when we are drilling. And I have to tell you that probably you will not hear nothing, okay, because we are using a very special driller that don't make noise. No, that's a joke. It's just about the microphones that we are using. So it seems that they cut the noise when it's a very a strong noise, okay? So probably in this case, it's gonna cut the sound and you will not hear almost nothing, okay? So let's go for it. A ver, por abajo. I'm gonna move it from down. Okay, cool. So now we have the part that we removed here, and as you can see, we have a nice drilling. Okay, and a fast one. So it's fast, but it's faster when we do dry drilling, as you will see now. Okay, so it provides less dust when we are drilling, and also a very good finish. But we have other options. That is where we want to focus today, really. Okay, we wanted to focus more on dry drilling because there's so many people who is asking us, no, what's the difference between the dry grass and the dry grass for drill bits that we have in RUBI? So it's what we are going to see now. Okay, so the first thing is to show you, as I mentioned, we have the RUBI dry grass and the RUBI dry grass for drills. Okay, both ranges are vacuum brace type, but there's some they look similar, but there's some differences. Okay, there's some important differences, mainly on the use and on the tool that we are going to need. Okay, so the regular dry grass are designed, as most of dry drill bits, to work at very high speeds, and that's why we use an angle grinder. These ones are available in more diameters, thinking in doing holes in ceramic before it's installed. Okay, so I have one kit here, and it comes with the centering guide and also with the different diameters of dry grass drill bits. Okay, got some examples on the different diameters and everything that comes inside the kit. So as I said, we are going to use this with an angle grinder. These are usually all the dry drill bits are designed to work at high speed, okay, between 10,000 up to 14,000 RPMs. But the four drills are a bit special. So they are designed to work with a driller and starting just at 1,000 RPMs, okay? So we are going to work with them from 1,000 to 2,500 RPMs, more or less, which makes them perfect to work with cordless drillers like the one we are using here, okay? Because they used to work at less speed. They are used by any kind of installer, mainly to drill ceramic that is already installed, okay? Just to add a hanger, a mirror, a decor, a lights, etc. So first, we are going to use the dry grass for drill, so we can talk a little bit more about them, okay? We can do also drilling in any kind of ceramic tiles, so obviously wall tiles, stoneware, porcelain, okay? Also natural stone like marble or granite, and even sintered stone, okay? That is becoming very popular with the super large formats of tiles that we are seeing actually in the market, okay? So they have, I didn't show you, so I'm gonna open one of the kits that we have here, okay? So I want to show you to the camera one of the bigger, so you will see it much better. Yeah, Fernando, can you? Okay, thank you. So here you can see that they have a screw. They have a prisoner screw. It's also, well, it's reinforcing the body, and also is avoiding the wax because it has a wax cap inside, okay, for lubrication and cooling. Is avoiding the wax going out from the back side of the drill bit, mainly during wall drilling, okay? If we are drilling on the ground, that's not a problem because the wax always will go down thanks to the gravity. But if we are drilling on a wall, we have the risk that the wax is going from the back side, okay? So we don't want that. That's the reason why we have also the screw, okay? It has an easy start system without sliding. That it's what is going to help us to use the drill bit without having the necessity of using a centering guide, okay? So for the dry grass that they work much faster, it's recommendable to use a centering guide. But for this, for the dry grass for drill, this is not so necessary, okay? Because it has an easy start system that is going to avoid the sliding, sorry, of the drill bit, okay? So now let's show you. I will talk at the same time because probably you will not hear the noise. Okay, so we ensure that we start slow. And once it has some grip, then we start to go vertical. And we have to do this kind of orbital movement in order to help the drill bit to get cool. Okay. Okay. So now, in the meantime, it's hot. We have to do some kicks here in order to remove the porcelain that gets inside the drill bit. Okay. So we have to do this every time between every hole if we want to enlarge the useful life of the drill bit, okay? There is a big difference in the life of the drill bit if we do this or we don't do it. It can be as huge difference as doing 5 holes with the drill bits only or doing 25, okay? So this is one of the most critical part. This Easy Start system, it's provided because if you check and you compare the dry grass with the dry grass for drill, apart from the difference of speed, you can see that the diamond is concentrated in a smaller rim, okay, in a thinner rim. So the concentration of diamond is higher on that point, and it's helping to get the grip faster in the material, and that's the reason why we can use it without having the drill, the centering guide, okay? So now let's check the dry grass. For that, we are going to use the angle grinder we have ready here. Okay, so we'll do a pair of holes. First, we are going to use one of the dry grass mini, the smaller diameters. So we have to be careful not to screw with more than what is needed, because if not, we will push out the wax that is inside the body, okay? So these drill bits are also for regular tiles, for stoneware, for porcelain, for granite and marble, okay? The smaller diameters has the wax cap. The bigger diameters don't have the wax cap because they have more space in order to be cool, okay? And has a side open in order to have more ventilation, more circulation of air inside the drill bit. So you have to think that for dry drill bits, the one way to cool them is the air that they are generating with the rotation. So that's why we have the wax cap, because it's helping somehow to that cooling and also to lubricate the point of drilling. Okay, so working speed goes from, as I said, 10,000 to 14,000 RPMs maximum, and that's why we use it with angle grinder. But alternatively, we can use it with a driller, because we have one nice kit that has an adapter. Okay, so this adapter is just a screw that is providing a connector for the driller. Okay, so we put this inside the drill bit, and then we are ready to use it with a driller. Okay, perfect. So now let's drill. So as I said, always ensure that you are cleaning the drill bit between holes, okay? And doing also this orbital movement, small orbital movement that I'm doing in order to help the cooling. So diameters on the regular dry grass goes from 6 millimeters to 75 millimeters, okay? They have, as you can see, a high drill speed with a very good finish. We are talking about dry drilling. So they're providing a great finish for this kind of drilling. So we have to keep in mind that always the quality when it's wet drilling or wet cutting with diamond blades, it's much better, the quality, when we are using water, okay? So now let's do another hole with a bigger diameter so you can see how it works. The process is the same, so we start with here, that we don't have slide. As you can see, super fast. Okay, so we are talking about this is 12, 11, 12 millimeters thickness porcelain tile. Okay, so we don't have to empty the drill bit because it already went out. So this is what you get. Be careful because it's super hot when it goes out. Okay, but as you can see, the drill bit ranges, the RUBI drill bit ranges are a perfect solution. So from here, it's up to you to decide if we prefer a wet drill bit with the finish that we get and not having dust, or if we prefer higher speed with a dry drill bit, because the dust and the finish are secondary for us. So we have to keep in mind that most of the times these holes are going not to see visible. Okay, so they will have some kind of a protector around, so you will not see the finish. But sometimes yes. So it's up to you to decide what type you prefer. Okay, so here all what I had to explain you. So now let's check with Fernando if there are some questions. We have some questions, Fernando? Yeah, we have some. Okay, so you can show me them on the screen. So let's try to answer all them. Okay, first question. How many holes can do a RUBI dry grass? Okay, that's not an easy question. So it's going to depend on different factors. So it's going to depend on the material we are going to drill. Okay. Also, if we are doing properly the orbital movement in order to cool better the drill, and also if we are cleaning the drill bit between holes, as I show you, okay? So this is a critical difference, and this will mark, as I said, to do 5 holes or to do 25. Also, the diameter of the drill bit is affecting a lot. So obviously, the useful life is not the same on this diameter than in a diameter like this, okay? Obviously, there is a big difference. This will stand for long, but if we use them properly, we can have a tool for a long time, okay? More questions? You have more? Yeah, I can show them. So I can see them in the screen. Thank you, Van. So can the easy grass be used in dry drilling? Can the easy grass be used in dry drilling? Okay, no, the easy grass is for wet drilling. So you cannot use them in dry because you will burn them, okay? So it's like the diamond blades, it's the same. So you can use a dry drill bit with water, there's no problem. So you will cool better and you will extend probably the life of the tool, but you cannot do the opposite. You cannot use a wet drill bit without water, okay? More questions. Can the 4 drill be used with 10 millimeters head driller? Okay, yeah, it seems that you know well our products because this is one of the things that I wanted to explain you and I forgot. So until now, the 4 drill were designed for drillers with head of 13 millimeters. Okay, but we know that in many countries, like probably those countries where you are using a 10 millimeters header driller, okay? So we are going to change all our 4 drill range to this 10 millimeters header, okay? So we are going to have stock of 30 millimeters maybe for 1 month, then after 1 month, all the product range has going to be moved to 10 millimeters header, okay? Which is the best drill for a finest work? Okay, so as I said, always wet drilling has more quality. So from these products that I show you, I would recommend with no doubt the Easy Grass, okay? Did you sell those grills only in a kit presentation? Can I buy just one? No, yeah, I have some samples here just to show you, but I didn't explain. So you can buy obviously just independent SKUs, independent products, okay? Just the drill bit that you need with the diameter you need, or you can get one of the kits, okay? They are very convenient if you want to get just some drill bits. So there are kits with 4 drill bits, 5 or 6, and if you want to have a centering guide, or you want to have a centering guide with the water tank, okay, to provide water when you are doing wet drilling. So we have a lot of different options, and I'm sure one of them will suit perfectly for you. More questions. I'm cutting, if I am cutting 125 millimeters square with a TC 125 into a 10 millimeters porcelain, is it necessary to drill holes in each corner first? I have a dry grass for drill. Okay. Yes, exactly. So I didn't talk about this because we are not doing squares into the tiles. But yes, if you want to do a square for lights or whatever, first you need to do the holes in each corner, okay, mainly with a 10 millimeters drill bit, in order to have round shaped angles, okay. So we don't want to have 90 degrees angles, because that's a critical point of stress and the tile can be broken at some point from there, okay. So what we do is to do the 4 holes, and then we connect these 4 holes with a straight line, and then we have a square but with a rounded corners, and we will not have stress, we will not have tensions there, so the tile will not be broken after a few times installed. More questions? No, we don't have more questions. Okay, so I hope. Saludos de Zoraida, de Inglaterra. Saludos de Inglaterra, de Florida. Okay, yeah, we're receiving many regards from many countries. I'm glad for that. So I will read all them later. So from our side, this is what we have to explain today. So we don't want to make it longer as is needed. Because time is gold and we know that you have many things to do. So we hope you enjoy it. You can follow us on our social media. If you have more questions, you can use our email, training@rubi.com, and you can join the Club Ruby, okay, for professionals and to be aware of all the news, all the new products. So just follow us and join the next webinars that we are preparing. So thank you so much for your attention. A big hug for everyone. See you next time.